Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy, the Knight of Justice, back again with another power scaling video. In this video, we will continue talking about the best moments performed by the God of Thunder, Thor. But if you haven't seen my previous video on this topic, check out my video in the description below. Now, like I said before, in this video, it is be based off my opinion on how the feats are and how impressive they are performed. So please, do not be upset if your feat is not mentioned in this video. I do hope whoever watches this video or has watched the previous one learns something or will learn something about their favorite God of Thunder and how interesting his character is and what it means to be worthy. So with that, let's continue. In Thor 2018, issue 5-6, we will see King Thor take on not only an old friend, but also an old and dangerous enemy from his past. We see that in the distant past, Thor Odin's son and Logan meet at a bar, Logan answering Thor's court regarding the best drinking place they've been to. Was a place in Spain where he visited during World War II. Thor states that the best drinking place has been when he was at the mead hall, Lufa the Bloodbeard, an Icelandic Viking craftsman. In response to Thor's laments about sleeping with the man's daughter, Logan grumps that he didn't need to know about that much and jokes that he's going to lobotomize himself. Thor cheerfully raises a toast to all the drinking establishments on Midgard. Two long-lived warriors have visited, especially those no longer in existence. Logan sarcastically raises a glass, toasting to be old. Thor stating that he is still in his prime, whereas Odin claims to have brought the gift of fermentation to the mortals over 1,000,000 years ago. Logan remarks that he was the one to invent fermentation due to time travel. Thor cheerfully stating that Logan should meet Odin and that they would undoubtedly hate each other. When Thor suggests that Logan will someday earn his place in Valhalla alongside Odin, Logan remarks that lately he's felt like his time's been running short and that he feels old as dirt. Thor attempts to cheer Logan up and is interrupted when a trio of armed robbers burst into the bar and hold the bartender at gunpoint. Logan intends to extend his claws and Thor summons his hammer, Mjolnir. The two of them attack the robbers as Thor asks Logan if he couldn't enjoy drinking and fighting until the end of time. Logan retorts that he is not a god, just a mutant who doesn't die easy, and that while Thor may plan on making the most of being immortal, Old Man Logan doesn't. But on Earth, many years later in the future, facing off against Logan, who has become the avatar of the Phoenix Force, Thor, shocked by his belief of seeing this, states that he thought the Phoenix Force had burnt out when Earth was destroyed by Loki, and Logan says that it did, but it has reincarnated itself and brought himself back from the dead to be its lost host, to be its host for this time. Thor asks where Logan had been all this time, and the Phoenix replies that it's been wandering the cosmos, slicing up stars, and incinerating black holes. Phoenix notes that most of the other cosmic entities have moved on or died, and that Galactus finally got his comeuppance and been eaten up by a planet. Thor tells Phoenix that he has come to the edge of the universe to find a way to save it, proposing they team up to reignite the fires of creation, happily saying that he's already done so with New Midgard. Extending his claws, Phoenix angrily remarks that he's heard about that before, slashing Thor across the chest as Thor asks if he's gone mad. Phoenix berates him by bringing the Earth back, saying that he should have just left it the way it was, dead, dying, gone, and now that he's got to destroy it all over again. Phoenix snarls that he's never wanted to be a god, but that he's still doing a better job at it than Thor. And Phoenix blasts him with cosmic fires and declares that he intends to destroy the universe. Thor deflects the flames with Mjolnir, weathering in the divine lightning with cosmic fire. Thor and Logan lunge at each other slowly as the dying universe begins to die around them, indifferent to the two warring gods. Elsewhere in the cosmos, the last pod of basically space fish have been slowly traversing the growing void, searching for stars to envelop themselves in. Ego the Necros world emerged from the abyss and ate them, boasting that he has already devoured the Kree Empire and the last of the Celestials, as Ego drunk on the dark power of the Necro Sword, boasting that nothing can stand against him. A voice calls out to him and states that it can do so. A tiny blue worm challenges him to battle to the death over the ownership of the All Black, offering him a chance to surrender peacefully. Laughing, Ego attempts to smite the worm with earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, but the worm is unharmed. Enraged, Ego vows to send the worm to what's left of hell and lashes out with the All Black. But the worm simply smiles at Ego, starting to tear himself apart in rage. As we focus back to the battle, channeling the power of the God Tempest, Thor rips dead planets apart and turns them into light-infused asteroids. Lashing into a berserker rage, Phoenix, manifests a galaxy-sized firebird, hot enough to melt stars, stabbing through Thor's prosthetic arm and trying to gouge out his remaining eye. Thor summons Mjolnir, punching a hole through Logan's chest, but as he delivers it a blow to his former friend, Phoenix rises from the attack and disarms Thor and slams him into the chunk of a planet, protesting that he still needs to save Midgard. Logan sneers at Thor that he is stupid to believe that he can save Earth, and that he's doomed it an even worse death. Ignoring Thor's protest, Logan stabs him in the chest with his claws, snarling that he's bringing back the most dangerous planet in existence as it caught the attention of someone more dangerous than even himself, and that if Thor's granddaughters are lucky, they'll already be dead. Telling Thor he'll give them a Viking funeral when he returns to Earth. As the Phoenix bids Thor farewell and prepares to finish him off, a massive bolt of light, a divine lightning, strikes them both. On New Midgard, the goddesses of thunder watch an approaching ship. Illiva wonders if it is an aspect friendly or is it an enemy. Illiva urges for a good fight, and Frigg chastising both of them as the spaceship flies down at the beam. Illiva suggests to contact their grandfather before being told by Frigg that they are placed in charge and that Midgard is their responsibility. Gruul, Fing Fang Foom, Monstorm, and Goom appeared, announcing the return of Earth's one true master, and remained that they bow their heads, demanding that they bow their heads before him if they want a quick death. Illiva urgently sizes up Fing Fang Foom, Frigg rebuffing the monsters by starting at Earth is under their protection. The goddesses of Midgard, Illiva takes out Goom with her axe, while Frigg defeats Gruul and Monstorm with Stormbreaker. Aquila mocks Foom while bashing him with Jarnbjorn, saying that he is not the master. Foom kneels and approaches their rival, their true master, Doom, who wields the Starbrand. Iron Fist, the Cloak of Levitation, the Eye of Agamotto, and is bounded by the spirit of vengeance. Two of Jane and Steve's descendants, Adam and her husband Steve, watch in fear as the ship hovers overhead. Adam assures his husband that Thor will save them. Doom appears, blasting them away as he surveys the landscape of what was once Latveria. With growing vegetation and outrage, Adam confronts the stranger, stating that this is their garden, given to them by their god. But Doom dismisses their god as an arrogant fool, who will pay dearly for his impudence. Doom asks what right their god had to steal the sacred lands of Latveria and turn it into a farm. Adam responds that Thor brought life back to the world and recreated it, brought back to humans with his own image. When Adam asks if Allfather Thor created him as well, Doom frustratedly sets the garden on fire and snarls that he should have known who was responsible. As Doom monologues, Steve throws a rock at him, and the two humans accuse him of being the devil mentioned by the tales of the ancients. Doom decides to kill them, mocking their attempts to attack him. But as he monologues, Stormbreaker flies past the two humans and strikes him in the chest, heralding the arrival of the granddaughters of Thunder. Frigg, Attil, and Eliva apologize for being late and haste Steve and Adam to safety. Doom easily blocks their attacks and binds them with the mystical chains, boasting that he has the power of the Starbrand, Iron Fist, the Spirit of Vengeance, and the Sorcerer Supreme on top of his own already immense power. Doom orders Foom to take the other monsters and carry out genocide against the humans, telling Ilivid that if he wants life on Earth again, he would have to create it himself, as he states that the universe is only meant for himself. Doom notes it rained fire before being confronted by Thor and Logan. Nothing that the Phoenix Force and the power of the Allfire are only ancient powers he has yet to claim for himself. Doom tells them to at least put up a decent fight. In deep space, Ego the Necro World pants in exhaustion, leaking lava and living darkness. The mocking worm on the surface informs him that he's still there. Ego cursed it, and nothing that he's close to tearing himself apart. However, when the Necro World boasts that the worm could never harm him in a million years, the worm takes up that challenge and begins to whisper words of madness to him. On New Midgard, Doom casually withstands the blows to face from Mjolnir and laughs off Phoenix's power and attempts to incinerate him. Logan lunges at the Phoenix Force, stopping him from driving the finishing blow to Thor, demanding to know what kind of favor the cosmic bird owes him. Charging Mjolnir with the divine lightning, Thor replies that it's one worth killing for and telling Phoenix to give it all he's got. Doom laughs off their assault, but the Phoenix reminds him that both he and Thor have been around much longer than Doom has, and that Doom still new at godhood. As the Phoenix monologues, Doom catches him off guard and blasts him with hellfire, reducing him to nothing more than an adamantium skeleton. Thor ferociously attacks Doom, but is blasted by the power of the Starbrand. Doom subjects him to the Spirit of Vengeance, the Penance Stare, forced to induce the annals of every sin he's ever committed across upon millennia. Thor is left utterly broken. As Thor screams of despair, the goddesses of thunder kill Foom and Doom's other monsters, saving the humans. Thor collapses, muttering that he lived for too long and the gods were never meant to be truly immortal. Doom, mocking, covers Thor in binding magic chains But before he can finish him off, Logan is resurrected by the Phoenix Force and attacks him. Thor tells Logan that he was right and that he should have left the Earth a better wasteland. But Logan tells him it is too late to go back and that he can still keep fighting. Thor regrets to pick up Mjolnir in the first place, saying that Gore has been right all along. Logan tells Thor to get over himself, and that even if he's not worthy, everyone who would be it here is dead and gone. Blast Doom away, Logan tries to rekindle Thor's fighting spirit before pausing to marvel at the beauty of the world Thor has helped recreate, stating that maybe he was wrong about the Earth being better off dead. Logan tells Thor that they can't let Doom be the one to kill it. His determination resoars, and Thor vows to kill Doom even if it costs him his own life. But Logan states that Doom's inevitability makes him impossible to defeat separately. As Logan grasps at Mjolnir handle, Thor asks what is he doing. Logan responds that the Phoenix Force only picked him as the host as a last resort, and that they never got along. But the All-Father has once been a lover of the Phoenix Avatar, stating that the universe could use more love in it. Logan lifts Mjolnir and infuses the Phoenix Force into it, enveloping even his indestructible skeleton. As Thor mourns for his fallen friend, Doom sneers that Logan took the easy way out, and that he will soon claim the Phoenix Force and Mjolnir for himself. Lifting Mjolnir, Thor bonds to the Phoenix Force and snarls that Doom is not God enough to handle it. As the King Phoenix, the Thunderbird of God of Fire, lifting Mjolnir, Thor bonds to the Phoenix Force and snarls at Doom is not God enough to handle it. As the King Phoenix, the Thunderbird, God of Fire, Thor slams into Doom and plunges him into the Earth's crust. Phoenix Thor in Doom's battle triggers cataclysmic earthquakes and volcanoes to erupt that spew lightning. The mortals of New Midgard adjust to the new status and go on with their lives, and establish a grave for Logan marking with the emblem of the Phoenix Force. Finally, after 99 years, a volcano spits out Doom's mask, and Thor emerges from the fissure near where the three women and their red-headed daughter were, and wandering aimlessly, announcing that it's over. Thor collapses, and that the three women celebrate his return, telling their daughter to get the elders. With her eyes glowing with the power of the Phoenix fire, the girl states that Thor has fallen into the forever sleep, and that the true darkness has awakened and is coming to kill them all. In the depths of space, Ego, the living world, finally surrenders, begging the world to stop, sneering at how easy the victory was. The worm tells Ego that it will stop, but it gives it what it wants. As the all-black symbiote bonds to him, King Loki transforms back into his true form, dubbing himself Loki, the Necro God, All Butcher, and the End. I really enjoy these two issues involving Old King Thor, and it sets up for the next enemy further down the line to be Loki, the All Butcher, and the return of Gore. Now we'll get into the final story to cover this video, and my favorite moment so far by Thor. It appeared in Thor 2020, written by Donny Cates, and this year Thor undergoes a dramatic change in this new run. In this run, the main villain Thor, along with Galactus, will face is known as the Black Winter, stated by Surfer that it is the end of everything. Surfer explains that the Black Winter is responsible for the death of Galactus' universe, the sixth iteration since That is the iteration that Galactus comes from, as it explains in Ultimates and in Surfer Black. So basically, universe and multiverse, in terms of iterations, are kind of be interchanging the story, and I'll further explain why these two will be more connected. But Surfer explains that it comes as four realities to destroy them. Surfer further explains that as his time as the Herald of Galactus, he's gained knowledge of 5 special planets with the energies that would give Galactus a power beyond imagination. These planets will be used to feed Galactus so he can prepare for the coming darkness. It will also seem that either Thor is getting weaker or his hammer is just getting heavier to wield, saying that it's looked like his smiting days are coming to an end. Galactus states that when he looks into the Black Winter, that when he looked into it the second time, he saw the embodiment of his true death, his true end, and he saw Thor. Galactus also states that if Thor is to be his end, then he and Thor will kill the Black Winter together, after they will deal with each other soon after that. In doing so, he gives Thor the power cosmic like he does to the other heroes he's done in the past, and transforms Thor into the Herald Thor. Funny enough, this isn't the first time Thor has been received the power cosmic and become Galactus' herald. It actually happened in a What If story. It's quite interesting, you guys should read it. Once Thor and Galactus go to one of the worlds needed to empower Galactus, Galactus consumes its energy and destroys the world. Beta Ray Bill appears and attacks Galactus. Beta Ray Bill wants to stop Galactus and asks Thor not to go any further with this endeavor, with Thor stating, "This is the only way." With hearing Thor's answer, Beta Ray Bill attacks Thor, but Thor easily one-shots him to the surface of the world. They are currently at to show the difference in power between the two, telling Bill that he possesses the power of Cosmic, the power bestowed by the Allfather, or the Odin Force, along with his own additional powers, saying that him and Bill have fought as equals in the past, but now it is completely different. Thor then depowers himself, telling Bill that they are still brothers, and I have chosen this path, and I am slave to no one. Galactus then attacks Thor, saying that he is under his control, and the power cosmic is mine alone to wield, with Thor easily blocking his attack. Beta Ray Bill then attacks Thor, calling him a traitor. Thor and Bill fight, and they go back and forth with each other. Even so, Thor overpowers him by taking Bill's hammer and destroying Stormbreaker, with the Black Winter searching for their reality, and Thor and Galactus continue on with their journey. Yggdrasil rots and withers and dies while this is happening. The ancient Norns would name it the fabled winter, the sea storm that paves the path to Ragnarok, but it will actually be that the Black Winter is the void in the center where Ragnarok is the wheel, a cycle of death and rebirth. The Black Winter devours light, life, and flows all towards endlessness. Nothing. It is the true end of all. I also like to note out that Thor is able to take back the power cosmic from Galactus to power himself up to this state, so I found this pretty interesting when I first read it. It's quite a good ability for Thor. Thor and Galactus travel to the worlds that are once listed to consume until they reach the 5th world, Creo. Thor tries to get them to leave their world and journey to Asgard until Galactus decides that he cannot wait no longer because the Black Winter has arrived. Thor is able to hold off the force of the Black Winter for at least a good 14 seconds until Galactus finally consumes the last needed of the planet. Thor and Galactus then fight off the Black Winter. The Black Winter then consumes Thor and Galactus to where he's entered their minds. Once in the mind of Thor, the Black Winter taunts Thor, telling him, "You are facing me, but you cannot defeat me. I offer you a gift, the truth of your end. He then sends him illusions of his most dangerous enemies he's faced in the past. Gore, the God Butcher, Loki, Mangog, Surtur, and many others. The Black Winter and these illusions taunt Thor, with Thor saying, "I've had enough," with the Winter saying, "No, you haven't," saying, "Don't you see? This is it. This is how you die," or perhaps would be, telling him he has so many ends in his past, mentioning the Beyonder and the Serpent, Ragnarok, Annihilus, Burn, Atomize, and Unmade, and then ultimately what was supposed to be his true end. After killing waves of his past enemies, he then challenged the ancient rage of the gods before him and blast the Black Winter with the God Blast, making it disperse. But despite that, even if the Black Winter truly cannot be stopped or killed, he would die this day knowing he made it bleed. After the God Blast hit the Winter, he then reformed and turned into a dark version of Thor, with Thor asking Galactus, is this what he saw when he looked into the Black Winter? With Galactus saying, yes, it is. The Black Winter reveals that it not what he first saw, and tells Galactus to tell Thor the truth of why he was alone the survivor of his universe. The Black Winter states that the reason he came to this reality was for one thing, Galactus, his herald. The Black Winter goes on to state that he spared Galactus and he serves him, saying the Galactus ran away from his fate and had him search eons to find Galactus in this reality with no power beyond imagination that he gave him. He come to collect. After the Black Winter sent Galactus flying to a near moon, Thor attacked him. Thor attacked Galactus. Galactus telling Thor that he and him are the only thing that stands between the Black Winter and the end of the universe. With Thor's response, wrong. I am all that stands between the Black Winter and you. Saying that he's not done with Galactus. The two beings battle each other, one another. Galactus stating that he is the most powerful he's ever been, and that Thor never stood a chance. But even with all this power, Thor still pushes through and overpowers the Devourer of Worlds, stealing his power cosmic and making Galactus powerless. Thor then attacks Galactus once again and names off the planets he has consumed over the years. And then after killing Galactus, sentencing him to death. The Black Winter tells Thor to move aside so that he can reclaim what is his, and that he'll leave this reality. With Thor saying no, he still needs Galactus, and he's going to use him as a bomb to fuel with the power cosmic to destroy both Galactus and the Black Winter. This version of Thor is crazy strong with not only his base power, but the Odin Force and the power cosmic stacked on top of this. I do not know why people like to downplay this version of Thor, along with Galactus or the Black Winter's feats. You can clearly be able to scale this version of Galactus to multi-eternity, or, well, the 8th iteration at least. There are statements for the Black Winter scaling to the 6th, as well as a threat to the 8th iteration of multi-eternity. I mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but in Ultimates, it is explained that Galactus merged with the heart of the dying 6th Omniverse before it died, and the people are saying that the word universe was thrown around a lot in the story. I like to note they use the word multiverse and universe interchangeably, even in Ultimates and in Thor 2020. Even if you say the universe was at risk, it explains beforehand that after that, there is a threat to not only the universe, but is a threat to everything, the entire multiverse. Even in 2020 She-Hulk run, She-Hulk has a conversation with Thor about coming back to life after death. Thor tells She-Hulk about Galactus' origin and how he is immortal. He said that Galactus was an immortal beyond any measure, He survived the death of the multiverse and the birth of a new one, another one, and lived for millennia. Beyond that, this will also be talking about the 6 cosmos Galactus came from. Not to mention the Galactus Thor fought, that he is the strongest he's ever been, implying he's more powerful than any Galactus that appeared up until now. You could use this statement to say he's more powerful than the likes of Lifebringer, or the one that absorbed Dormammu, or any amps Galactus received in the past. But that's if you wish to use those statements, or use this statement for justify Galactus. But moving on, I just want to get my 2 cents on the matter of that, because I just don't understand why people don't want to accept this, or like to try to use this to argue for Thor or Galactus. It's a good argument. After the explosion, Thor rises from the smoke, and the remains of Galactus, not only his empty armor. Noticing a single snowflake of the Black Winter survived. As he catches it, the Black Winter sneers that Thor has won nothing, and offers to use the last of his power to show Thor how he's going to die, saying that he does want to see. Thor crushes the last of the Black Winter to dust in the palm of his hand, seeing a vision of his inevitable fate. In the present day, Thor is revealed to have used Galactus' helmet as an entranceway into the throne room. Disgusted at what Thor has told him, the Surfer expresses remorse for his former master, though Thor has no pity for Galactus. The Surfer curiously asks what the Black Winter showed Thor, but Thor, sporting a traumatized expression, refused to tell him what he witnessed, saying that it was nothing but darkness. In truth, however, Thor has seen a possible future where Earth's heroes have been turned into zombies, and Thanos has stolen Mjolnir and embedded it with the Infinity Stones. Could this truly be the true end of Thor? Or is it just a possibility that would happen? Or could happen? I guess we'll have to see what happens down the line to the God of Thunder, Thor. As of this moment, this was most definitely the best story run I've read up until now, and I enjoyed every moment of it. Donny Cates has done an incredible job on this run of Thor, and he's doing a lot more. I am reading the other issues after this, but I find that the ones that already been mentioned are just too good. Now, I really enjoyed it. But that is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed part 2. And this is the end of the incredible moments of the God of Thunder, Thor himself. Hope you guys enjoy. If you liked the video, please hit like, share, subscribe. Also comment down below. Hit the notification button for more videos. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.